Today I want to tell you about Emani Moss, a sweet, quiet 10-year-old girl from Georgia whose story is as heartbreaking as it is infuriating. Emani was described as an old soul, someone who loved to read, draw, and sing, but behind the doors of her family's home, she was suffering in silence. On November 2, 2013, a 911 call shattered the early morning quiet. Emani Moss, Emani's father, called police to say his daughter was dead after ingesting chemicals. When officers arrived, Emani led them to a trash can outside their apartment. Inside were Emani's charred, emaciated remains. She weighed only 32 pounds, the average weight of a 4-year-old. Her body was wrapped in a comforter and trash bag, her limbs bound with duct tape. But that wasn't the start of Emani's nightmare. Her stepmother, Tiffany Moss, had deliberately starved Emani for weeks. When Emani had a seizure, Tiffany refused to call 911, terrified of losing her other kids and going to prison. For days, Emani's lifeless body stayed in their home, while Tiffany took her own children trick-or-treating like nothing had happened. Desperate to hide what they'd done, Emani bought a trash can, charcoal, and lighter fluid. They tried to burn Emani's body, but failed. Only when Emani confessed to a friend did police get involved. You might wonder, how did it get this far? Well, Emani's story is also a tale of shocking systemic failure. In March 2010, Emani's school reported she had welts and bruises. Tiffany was arrested for child cruelty but only got probation. Emani went to live with her grandmother and thrived, but after just 6 months, she was sent back. There were other warnings, too. In 2012, teachers reported abuse. Authorities labeled it corporal punishment. Emani even ran away twice, saying Tiffany tied her up with belts. No one believed her. In August 2013, an anonymous caller said Emani looked skin and bones, but the case was closed because they didn't have an address. That same year, Emani's parents pulled her from school under the guise of homeschooling, cutting her off from anyone who could help. After her death, both parents faced justice. Emani pleaded guilty to murder and was sentenced to life without parole. Tiffany represented herself in court, made no statements, and was sentenced to death. She's now the only woman on Georgia's death row. Emani's tragedy forced real change. Georgia hired hundreds of new caseworkers and increased the child services budget. But the question lingers. Why did it take a little girl's death for anyone to listen? Emani Moss deserved so much more. If you see something, say something, and keep saying it until someone listens. Rest in peace, Emani.